Alright. Yes. Now we'll be performing the experiment. Here you can see this is the connection diagram, and this is the supply we are getting. The positive is connected to the resistor R1, and this R1 is connected here from 2 to 4, and here you will get an ammeter where you will connect ammeter in series, whereas voltmeter you will connect across the diode. If you see the voltmeter, this is a voltmeter terminals. These are connected across the diode. This is the diode. This is a P positive side of the diode, and this is the negative cathode. For positive, we will connect the positive terminal of voltmeter. Or negative, we will connect the negative terminal of the voltmeter. The voltmeter will be connected in parallel, and the current meter ammeter will be connected in series. If you see, from 2 to 4 you have connected. Similarly, you can observe this is a 2 to 4. This is a 2 to 4 connection, and next from positive we have to connect a resistor R1, and from negative we have connected to the neutral terminal, nothing but the negative terminal. Here we have connected the neutral, and this is a phase here, and from here we are going from 2 to 4, this is connected, and from here from 5 we have connected ammeter in series. You should see this is a 5, this red one, this is 5 connected to the ammeter in series, and the ammeter second terminal will be connected wherever this is mentioned here, ME, nothing but ammeter. Here should be the ammeter terminal should be connected. Here one terminal 1 and the next terminal, like this. And after this we'll be going to the next connection. Next connection is from 7 to this one, nothing but after ammeter we are connecting to the diode positive, nothing but this one. This is the positive terminal. This is the positive terminal of the diode we are connecting. This is the connection, and after this we'll connect the voltmeter across the diode. This is the first terminal, and this is the second terminal. Voltmeter across the diode has been connected, and if you see, this is we have two ranges. One is in 20 milliampere, another one is 200 microampere. 200 microampere will put when it is in reverse bias. We'll set it to 20 milliampere when it in forward bias. This is the thing. If you want to connect the load, you can connect the load itself. Here also, this is the load terminals. For this experiment, we are not doing this one. We are just checking the voltage and current values. Here, this will show the voltage, and here it will show the ammeter. Voltmeter reading will be shown here. Ammeter reading will be shown here. Now, that is turned on. In order to turn on, here we have switch. This switch will be used to turn on. After turning on, I am varying the variac. By increasing this variac, I will get the voltage and current values. You have to take different current values like this: 0.14, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and maximum we have used silicon for this purpose. We have used germanium for this purpose. For germanium, the reverse bias voltage will be 0.3 to 0.4 sometimes, and this is how we'll take the readings up to cutoff voltage, and we'll take the current reading like this. Suppose if I want to change use the diode as silicon, if you see, this is the forward, this is forward, this is silicon for reverse. Actually, it is mistaken. This is the reverse connection. This is germanium reverse, like this. If you see, if I want to use silicon in forward bias condition, the maximum voltage will be 0.6 to 0.7. Here, if you see, the maximum voltage that is appearing across the voltmeter is maximum 0.6, because that is the maximum forward voltage which we have studied in the characteristics of the diode. If you see the characteristics of the diode, here the maximum voltage that will be reaching will be 0.7. It is 0.6 to 0.7, and there will be a linear increase in current. If you go on varying the this norm, you will get the linear increase in current. Then you will plot the forward bias characteristics. Then coming to reverse bias characteristic. In reverse bias characteristic, negligible amount of current will be there. In order to calculate that current, we'll change the range from 20 milliamperes to 200 microamperes. I have set 200 microamperes. Now I am changing it to germanium in reverse bias condition. Now I will get maximum voltage but less current. 160 microamperes is nothing but 0.00167. It is very negligible amount of current. You can equate it to 0. This current is in microamperes. It will be very less in magnitude. If you see this voltage, this is a maximum voltage that is applying, that is you are applying in. This is the in this reverse bias, the diode will be in open circuit condition. Open circuit condition nothing but maximum voltage, less current. Maximum voltage is nothing but here the supply voltage. Whatever the supply voltage you use, that voltage will appear across this voltmeter, and the current will be almost 0. Here you are getting around 180 microamperes. Here you will plot by changing this knob. You will slowly increase this and take the values of voltage and current continuously, and the maximum voltage, this 12.75 indicates the breakdown voltage. In the previous one, 0.6 was the forward cut-in voltage. Here the maximum breakdown voltage is 12.70, and you will plot corresponding current characteristics. There you will get the reverse bias characteristics. After plotting forward as well as reverse bias characteristics, your graph will look something like this. In forward bias you will get graph like this. In reverse bias you will get graph like this. This breakdown voltage, this voltage is nothing but 12.75 EM. If you see 12.85 something like that. This is your breakdown voltage, and this is the maximum current that you are getting. 180 microamperes is the current. Nothing but it is approximately equals to 0. You can do. This is how you will perform the diode characteristics.